What is up, viewers? Welcome to the Flateau Project. My guest today is Mr. Charlie Hill. He's a bit of a local legend around these parts. He's a fisherman, angler. He's the creator of Bridge King Anglers. We're gonna discuss that and see what that's all about. It's like a TV show, and we'll have all the descriptions and links. Without further ado, Mr. Charlie Hill. So, how the fuck you been, dude?
Been good, man. Good to see you, bro.
Yeah, hell yeah.
All right.
Fucking, it's been a while
since
last time I seen you was at the Causeway fishing.
Yeah, always.
Out there all the time,
Second home.
Yeah. So, shit, how the kids been? They good too?
Doing good, getting big. Starting to answer me back.
Yeah, I see all
Knock one of them out. They're not here with us anymore.
Uh-oh.
Nah, my daughter's more of the sass, and then my son's just like me, quiet, but don't mess with him.
Alright, cool.
I'm not quiet all the time. That's what I'm saying.
I see you posting pictures of them with their little hang loose.
Every
shit.
time, yeah.
Yeah,
it's Hawaiian style, man.
Speaking of, you're from Honolulu, correct?
Yeah, I'm from the island of Oahu, town of Waipahu, but Honolulu, technically.
Say that again?
The island of Oahu and the town of Waipahu. Honolulu is the city.
Okay.
And it's like if you got to go to court or something like that. We try to stay away from Honolulu. It's a business district, so it's just easier to say Honolulu, Hawaii. So.
Okay.
But I'm from Waipahu, Hawaii. So.
Okay, the town, I did a little research. I guess it means water burst, correct? Yeah. So there's like a famous geyser there?
Yeah, water pounding. Yeah, it's like a river going through there. It's a sugarcane town.
Right.
That's what it was founded from Hans L'Orange. Found the CNH sugar, I believe, and that's how it got popular. So.
Sweet. I heard it was slightly hip when they did Hiroshima too.
Oh yeah, we're right in the back of Pearl Harbor. So.
Or Pearl Harbor, yeah, not Hiroshima.
Yeah, we're right in the back of Pearl Harbor. So you have Pearl Harbor, then you have West Lodge, which is right next to it. Same thing, but it's right next to it.
Okay.
Then the backdrop. Every time you see anything about Pearl Harbor, in the back is Waipahu. So.
Nice. It's probably beautiful there.
They don't say that shit because you don't want to go to Waipahu. Waipahu is not a nice place, guys. You don't go there when you get to Honolulu. They'll say don't go to a couple places. Waipahu is the first place to say not to go to.
So you're kind of a bit of a legend around here. I've come to notice. Because if I go on Facebook, you know, you have like those mutual friends. Mm-hmm. You're like mutual friends with like 40 people I know. or people I know, I go to their friends list and you're on their friends list.
Yeah, it's not from fishing. No. It's from being a waiter too, you know, being a server in this town. That's my job.
Right.
I work at Shuckers on the beach, so I know a lot of people, and I worked for Duffy's for a long time.
Yeah.
So I know a lot of people around here. And then fishing, of course. I was just joking. I'm pretty good at fishing.
Yeah. So Shuckers is pretty good. We've been there quite a few times.
Yeah.
I actually called them and asked them if they would mind if we talked about them. So I don't want them to say, oh, it's, you know, you can't talk about us. So, so they gave us permission. So the link will be below.
Yeah, if they want me to work there, continue working there? No.
So, sweet.
Yeah, I love it out here. Good stuff.
Your Bridge King Anglers. You were briefly telling me about that in the past. So let everybody know what it is.
We made I made a plan a couple of years back to do this show, and because I watch a lot of fishing shows, and I watch it for like 5 minutes. I'm like, boring. That's not real, or it's not realistic that everybody can have a boat. So they might say, oh, we're doing inshore fishing. And watching the inshore fishing, they're on a boat you can't afford.
Right.
So they're doing what I do in places that I can't get to, or anybody can't get to unless you have a boat. So I decided to make a show about inshore fishing from land, from bridges, docks, sand. ESPN, you got to have that or you're not cool if you don't have that on your phone. Sorry. But I wanted to do something that everybody could relate to. Not everybody can relate to catching a tuna. Not everybody has a friend with a boat. Not a lot of people live in Florida. So I'm gonna basically put it to where you can be fishing in a pond, and we're gonna show you how to pond fish. We're gonna show you how to bridge fish, how to fish on the beach, and we're gonna target specific fish and teach people how to tie knots and what kind of gear we're using and the best way to target these fish. So should be cool.
Gear's a big thing I notice because I come from Michigan and up there's a lot of fresh water. It's totally fucking different down here.
Yeah,
Dude, I
definitely.
cannot catch a fucking cold out of that goddamn water. I don't know what it is, but I can catch salmon and bass and trout all fucking day up north.
I guess I could say I got lucky because I never fished till I moved to Florida. I was born and raised in Hawaii.
Really? Being on the island too, huh?
And then we surf, boogie board, and body surf and skateboard.
Okay.
That's what got the chicks when we were younger, not
There you go.
fishermen. And then when you get to this age, this is what gets the chicks, holding
Right.
the big fish. But, yeah, I never fished till I moved here, so I guess it was easier for me to pick up instead of going off of what, like, say you're from Michigan and you guys fish, and then you have a certain way of fishing that
Right.
you used your whole life, and then you move here and you're like, this ain't working.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah, I got to learn everything. I learned everything from people who actually fish here, so it made it a little easier for me to learn.
Okay.
And opposed to being stuck in our ways, because a lot of people get stuck in their ways,
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I go
Usually-
with what works usually.
It's
So.
usually muscle memory just kicks in and says, do this.
Yeah.
But I tried the shrimp. My rods fell apart from the salt water
All right.
because I was using freshwater gear.
There you go.
So I'm learning it. All that's totally fucking different.
And that's what we want to teach people, like the little things. I didn't know, like, on some of the reels it says like SW, and it's a no-brainer. It's
Yeah,
what's
saltwater.
SW for?
Right.
No-brainer. It's saltwater. This was made for saltwater.
Right.
So I'm rinsing
I've
your
never
stuff,
even
taking
noticed
care of your
that.
stuff and stuff like that. That's what I want to teach these kids.
Yeah.
Half of the things I have now, a lot of my kids' reels I had since I started fishing.
Okay.
So it's because I take care of everything too.
Nice.
The stuff isn't cheap.
No, not at all.
Once you get into it, it becomes expensive. So my kids are fishing with $100 setups, but
Nice.
I had each setup for about 6 years now.
Holy shit.
6,
That's a
7
long time
years,
for a
yeah,
pole.
for a reel.
I don't even know if I've had a pole for
That
2
works.
years, 3 years.
Yeah. Well, they don't fish, so it helps out.
Oh,
No,
yeah.
it's just sitting there. I dust it off every now and then.
I know, I see you posting pictures. You're out there dragging the wagon with all the gear and shit on there. That's pretty cool. Got the kids out there doing it.
A lot of exercise. We're lucky. We're blessed that we live on the beach. I work on the beach, and I live across the street from the beach and close to the river. And even when I was staying up here in Port St. Lucie, it's only 15-minute drive to go and have some fun.
Oh, nice.
Take the kids out, and you actually get to meet people. It gets fun. You meet people, and that's how you get them Facebook friends that you see.
Yeah.
So it's a fun thing to do. It keeps you occupied. Or I'd be in a bar every day. Hey,
Yeah.
I'd rather be out there fishing.
Or staring at a fucking screen like
all day,
a lot of kids do. Yeah.
Spending all that money. But yeah, it's fun. It's a great hobby. I think when I first started fishing, we were at the Causeway, Jensen Beach Causeway, and we were catching little fish. And I seen a guy walk behind me with 3 big black drums. And they were big fish, about 25, 26 inches. And I looked at the guy who was with, and I said, hey, man, where the hell did he get those from?
All right.
He said, over there. I said, can we go over there? I want to go over there. So I seen him catch a snook that day. Is one of the predator fish out here, one that's targeted, great fish to catch.
You hear a lot about that fish.
Yeah, it's fun and it's great eating. A mild white fish. You're not just going to catch this fish. They're very smart. I seen him hook into one, and that thing came flying out the water, and I was at Walmart the next day. So I spent my whole $35 on a Shakespeare tiger rod. I brought that there, and they all laughed at me and said, what the hell is that? I said, step up your game, man.
Did you catch something with it?
Oh, no. Look, kids, I didn't catch nothing for about 2 years. I ain't going to lie. I caught stuff, but not what I wanted to catch. And then I started hanging out with the older guys, listening and watching who's catching the fish, and staying there all night. Some days leave the poles in the car and just listen and watch. And I started producing fish and catching fish, and then the gear got more expensive, and I started upping my gear as I started catching fish. Till now we're running like $500 setups.
Whoa.
So, but I fish a lot. Don't go buy a $500 setup unless you're fishing every day, huh?
Yeah, the snook, that's a very popular fish down here. I didn't even know existed until I moved down here.
Me too.
And then there's even that bait and tackle shop, Snook Nook, that you see
yeah.
that sticker all over everybody's fucking cars and trucks.
Yeah, good people, great family. They were really nice to me from the beginning. They seen me actually go from not catching fish to everybody's like, hey, that's Charlie. Hey, that's Charlie. What are you catching, Charlie? What are you catching, Charlie? So Snook Nook's been there from day one. Shouts out to Henry and his son,
Yeah.
Freddie and the family. Really good people there. They always supported me. Those are good guys.
Cool. Yeah, we talked to them too. Asked them if they mind us talking about them.
Awesome.
They said, yeah, go for it. We talked to an older lady. She's like, oh, I really don't know how the social media works, but we're out there somewhere. So, we'll put descriptions in below to Snook Nook too.
Oh, yeah, good people, man.
Isn't there like a certain like how do you put it, like a weight in that you can't catch a snook from though, like too big, too small? I've never heard that for any other fish.
There are rules and regulations in Florida. I suggest everybody follow them. If you're out here, FWC does monitor that, and there's hefty fines. For the snook, it's 28 inches to 32 inches, and you can keep them if they're in between that 28 and 32 inches, which is a 4-inch window.
Yeah, that's not much.
Some people don't like it. I like it because it's more of a challenge. And I like the pictures with the ones that are bigger than 32 inches. You know, I like to take a picture with the fish, put it back, and your kids can fish later, you know. After a certain size, they turn into females.
Oh,
so
okay.
To protect the species, they tell you can't keep them after like 32 inches.
No shit. Well, there you go. That's the perfect answer for the question I had. Like, well, why? I've never heard that you can't keep a fish after a certain size.
Yeah.
You can't keep it up to a size, but never after.
Yeah, well, they do that for a lot of the species.
So they're like a hermaphrodite type.
Exactly.
Wow.
Yes.
I didn't know fish could fucking do that.
That's
Learn
crazy,
something new every day.
That's
Holy
crazy.
shit.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Wow.
And you learn little things like that. It gets exciting. And if you're out there, you see a lot of things. I see things in Florida, being here, that most people won't see. It is a city. This Port St. Lucie, every other Treasure Coast is growing. But if you're out doing what I do, I see a lot of things. I've seen things that you won't see on a regular day. You won't see a white-tailed fox. You won't see a snake unless you're looking. You won't see a bald eagle unless you're back where I go to the woods and stuff like that and go fish and stuff. I see dolphins all the time come right up to me. Stingrays right next to you. Sharks come next to you.
That shit's so cool.
So it's pretty cool. Seeing being in the water with sharks too while you're fishing in the mullet run is pretty cool too. They're hunting and I get scared, but I still go in because I want to catch a fish. I don't care.
Well, they're probably more interested in the fish they're hunting rather than your legs looking like a tree going by or something.
Yeah, I'm not wearing anything shiny or anything like that if I'm going to go in there. So there's things that you learn to not do to avoid an accident happening. But all in all, I fish just to look at things, like to see different things too. It's not just about fishing; it's getting out and seeing nature, or even watching the sunrise is pretty cool to me, you know.
Yeah.
And a manatee going by with its baby, you know.
That's what I haven't seen yet.
Oh,
I haven't seen a manatee yet.
They're everywhere. I see them all the time.
Oh shit! We went kayaking one time and we thought was one, just kind of breached the water a little bit and then go away. Yeah. But couldn't really tell if that's what it was.
That was the Loch Ness Monster Day.
Oh,
That's totally different.
It's Nessie, right?
It could have been an alligator. Yeah, get out of here. Let's go. But yeah, it's fun, man. It's definitely something to do, and you make a lot of friends doing it. It becomes before I moved here, I was into hip hop, breakdancing. I was into the club scene before I had kids, doing the breakdancing, rapping in the studio. I was on the mic. I'm on the mic all day, and I used to dress the part. I still halfway do. I still got my Nikes on, you know. But got my hat, but not to the side. I'm an old man now.
You ain't that old. What are you, in your 40s?
I'm 46 now.
Oh, you ain't that old.
Still, I'm not playing it off anymore. Now I'm the old fisher guy, but I went from the hip hop scene, and then when I moved here, when I started fishing, you start adapt and you start dressing the part. You need, like, I like my cargo pants and a fishing shirt with a hat. That's what you catch me with.
Right.
But at home, I do have my Lakers hat collection, and I have my hip hop gear if I wanted to go out and do something. But if you see Charlie, is usually in some old busted shoes with some nice pants on and a nice shirt and some high socks, flashy socks.
Them
But
power socks, huh?
that's me, man. The old guys tease me at the bridge. They're like, "The hell's up with them damn socks?" I'm like, "They catch fish. Y'all don't catch fish. So don't tease my socks. Just go get a pair."
That's
You know?
good luck. There you go. Hell yeah.
Kind of keep the style. And that's another thing with the show. I wanted to integrate more. You watching these fishing shows, and you got like Martha and Jim on there, or Jim and Bob, you know, and us younger people fish too. I want to put some hip hop on there, some rock and roll, you know, like on my show, which we're filming now. I'll put the links out, or maybe we'll do an interview later when I have all my links ready. Right now we're in the middle of filming, so I don't like to put anything out half-assed. So I'll definitely put some links in there, and you can see what we're trying to accomplish.
Sweet.
Yeah, so it's pretty cool.
I see you got a Bridge King hat. You guys gonna have some gear too?
Oh yeah, definitely. That was the whole plan. Is when I came up with it, wasn't just about just the fishing part. I also want to do a clothing line with Bridge Kings wear, Bridge Queens wear, and Bridge Kids. So for the ladies, if it's pink, or something like that, it's gonna have the Bridge Queens, and you can get a Bridge King shirt for the show, and then for the kids, we're gonna have Bridge Kids wear and stuff like that.
Sweet.
So, pretty cool. I got some people who can print stuff up. My brother, he does a lot of clothing line for his b-boy, because we do breakdancing and stuff for the kids.
Oh yeah, I want to see you out there on some cardboard.
Well, not me. Guys, they're kids. We show them this is how we had spin when we were younger, and they go and practice. I got a nephew. He's really good at that. Yeah, awesome. We'll probably get him here on the show one day for you. You know?
Yeah, why not?
He's a pretty popular kid.
Hell yeah. Sweet. I love it.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I got some photos here. I'd like to know what kind of fish these are.
All right. Oh, that's the Snook that we were talking about.
That's a big boy too, huh?
Yeah, that's a nice one. I think that was about maybe 30 inches.
Did you have to throw that back, or was that a keeper?
Nah, he got 8. He was a keeper. He got 8. It was seasoned. That's why I'm smiling, because I was thinking, man, I get to eat this. This is crazy.
He looks good.
That's a big old I'm hungry smile.
He is, man. Like, holy shit. Let's see that's a shark,
Oh,
right?
that's a bonnet head shark right there.
A who?
A bonnet head. Bonnet head shark. That's actually a larger bonnet head shark. That's one of the bigger ones. They don't get much bigger than that there.
So do you angle a shark just like you would any other fish?
No, he actually came up, and I remember that day. He caught a mullet, and I had a little reel, Penn Fierce 2000, and I caught that shark, and it's pretty unbelievable. My hand was to drag at the time, because you ain't stopping that fish, so I had to use my hand to stop him, but I got him up, so it was pretty cool. That was one of my fun moments there, man.
You can't keep shark, right? You gotta toss all shark back.
No, you can keep specific sharks. Yeah, you can.
You eat shark?
Yeah, people do eat sharks. People do eat.
I guess
I don't.
I've heard of shark fin soup, but
I don't target sharks either. Like, I don't want to catch a shark. It's more of where I'm from. I'm in Hawaii. Like, I look at the shark like it's a protector. So if I catch one, I catch one, but I don't throw out hunks of meat to catch one.
Oh, okay.
You know,
Right.
if I catch one, I catch one.
Oops,
I take care of it, and I put it back, you know. But I have friends who do target sharks. I'm just not into that. It's not my cup of tea.
Right.
I have pulled big sharks out of there, but yeah, you'll hear some stories. I pulled out some big sharks by their tail, but
Really?
somebody was fighting them for an hour and a half, and I'm like, I'll go get them for you. You know, it gets fun.
Just walk out there and just scoop them up barehanded.
Yeah, not that easy, but yeah, I do.
Fucking savage, dude.
Yeah.
Fuck it, I'm just gonna jump in the water with the shark and carry that motherfucker out.
Hell yeah, that's how we roll.
Holy shit, that guy.
It's fun, but you know, I'm thinking about the animal safety too. If it's
Right.
fighting for an hour and a half, I don't want it to get too tired and then not
dying
be able to die.
anyway.
Yeah, so
Right.
if I can get in there and help somebody who's not knowledgeable about what they're doing or what just happened, then I'm gonna jump in and say, hey, let me help you out real quick. Try to get this shark back in. I care more about the sharks than anything.
Right.
Any fish I'm gonna take care of, but make sure that they get back, or if you're not going to eat it, I'm going to put it back and let it
Right.
live to the best of my ability. You know?
That's pretty honorable.
So.
Honorable thing to do. Cool. So this little guy.
Oh
let
man,
me, let me
that
zoom
picture
in
right
here.
there, man. That's the only pompano I've ever caught.
That's a pompano.
Yeah, that's the only.
So that's probably what the
pompano.
city's named after, huh?
Yeah, that's a pompano fish. That's good eating fish. A lot of people, if you go over the bridge in the morning here in Jensen, you'll see them fishing, and they're doing their hands like this with their pole, and they're fishing for pompano. I don't target that fish. I do more top water and lures.
Okay.
I don't fish with live bait that much. But that day I was with the kids, as you can see my little Superman in the background.
Yeah, I see it,
there.
man. He's little there.
That's my little boy Makai. He was little there. He's never smiling, by the way. But
No, he got that serious look.
that's the only pompano I've ever caught, and I was pretty excited.
It's pretty fish.
It's
Nice and
pretty
shiny.
awesome. I gave it away too, so
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know why I should have kept him, but it's good eating.
This thing.
Oh, that's a black drum.
That thing just looks like a sad fish. Like he's sad that he ate that hook on
sad.
purpose. The face on him just looks like yeah,
He said he
very
lost.
very Eeyore-ish.
Yeah, yeah. That was the first fish I was telling you earlier that I seen the guys. He had 3 of them, and I was like, man, that's a big fish. I want to catch something like that.
What'd you call it?
They're black drum.
Black drum.
Black drum.
Oh, so the actual fish was a black drum. I thought she meant the guy was carrying a black drum full of fish.
No, that's the fish is called black drum. Yeah, black drum.
Yeah, it's a.
Those are fun.
It looks pretty depressed fish.
They're bottom feeders, so you
Okay,
catch
kind
them
of like
with
catfish type deal.
Yeah, they eat like shrimp and stuff like that. They eat barnacles off of the pylons and stuff.
Oh, so
eat
they must got teeth then, like to be able to crunch them open.
They go for like they're sheephead and they look like that. They
Okay.
have teeth. Those eat like I would say they're like catfish, like you said, like a farm raised catfish
Right.
type thing. They
Got
eat
it.
like little things.
Okay.
Like barnacles and anything. That's
Well, barnacles
little.
have shells, don't they?
Yeah, they eat anything that's around the barnacles that are on the thing, like little animals.
Gotcha.
That eat those. And
Okay.
Crustaceans,
Right.
crabs, and stuff like that.
Sweet.
That's what they eat.
Okay. That's
Oh,
another
that's
snook.
that's a big snook. That was a fun day. I caught him on a jig.
That is a big.
I remember
fish.
that day. I caught him on a flare hawk.
What's a
It's
flare hawk?
A flare hawk's a jig. It's like it has a weight. Well, you can get different sizes. They have like 1 ounce, 1.5 ounce, 2 ounce, 2.5 ounce, things like that. And it has like they call them. Some people call them feathers. They call them, well, the country boys, fish feathers, and some of them call them flare hawks. They have like a long tail. It's like string coming down with a head on it, and it flares out like an umbrella.
Huh.
And you bounce it on the bottom. You throw it out, and then you reel it in, and you bounce it, make it bounce off the
Right.
bottom. When it's coming down, the fish will hit it. That day I was out there. I caught one in a day, took him home and gutted him, filleted him and whatnot. And then we went out to this. That's in Fort Pierce.
Okay.
And then I was throwing a jig. I caught him. He went around a pylon. It took about 10 minutes fighting him. It was fun. And I got him from around the pylon, took a picture, and then put him back in.
Dude, that's a monster. He looks like
Yeah, he
2
was
people
big.
could almost hold him.
He was 34 inches, that guy.
I think the biggest fish I ever caught was
No.
like 20 pounds.
I think he was 36.
But it wasn't that long though.
Yeah, that was a fun fight right there.
Dude, he's a beast.
Yeah, that was a
I
fun
think
fight.
This is a pretty fish.
That's
Let me zoom in.
That's a good fight. That's Jack Crevel.
A who?
A Jack Crevel.
Crevel.
Yeah,
Jack
I love
Crevel.
hooking those. Those are my favorite Jack Crevels.
That's a pretty fish. I like the yellow fins.
Well,
and
when they're
shit.
that big, that's a good fight.
Yeah.
Like, those are fighting fish right there. They're not gonna just give up on you.
It looks like it's
Strong.
probably a good 6 inches wide too, huh?
Yeah, they're big fish. Yeah,
Yeah,
I say about. They're really good fish to fight. They're fun. I don't eat them, but some people do eat them.
Mm-hmm.
My Jamaican friends and stuff like that, they really love it. They make soup out of it and whatnot. I throw them back in, so that guy's in the river still. But that was a fun fight. I remember that day as well.
Any of these other fish like transform into
male, females like
Yeah,
that?
there are some species that do, a lot of the species that do that. Not sure of which ones exactly, but
Right.
a lot of them do that. And
Right.
that actually being from Hawaii, in Hawaii we have the Jack Trevally, which is the ulua fish, ulua, and that's what my cousins and all my friends in Hawaii. That's what they target. That's their favorite fish to fight,
Okay.
and they get much bigger than our Jack Crevalles. So they're pretty good. They get real big, size of a man. Yeah, so it's pretty cool.
Holy shit.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. That's one of my things. We're gonna definitely be going out to Hawaii once I get this show rolling and everything, and do a couple episodes here. We're gonna be flying to Hawaii and do an episode about Ulua, so that should be fun.
Hell yeah, that'd
With
be
my cousin
cool.
Joe Brown, so that should be
Sweet.
fun.
I heard that they had I don't know what kind of fish it was, but there was a farm over there in Hawaii, and then a hurricane came and knocked out the farm, and now these fish are just running rampant all up and down the islands.
Oh
I
man,
can't remember exactly what kind of fish it is. They're like everywhere,
Yeah,
and
they
they're not
messed our-
indigenous to there either.
Yeah, they messed that ecosystem up in Hawaii very bad, very bad.
Wow.
They got even the koki frog there and everything now. So it's
That's
sad
that
what
poisonous
they did.
frog, ain't it?
No, it's a loud chirping frog from Puerto Rico, and it's just annoying chirp. It's that
Really?
decibels is so high that you can hear it from miles away.
Is that little sticker you always see with the Puerto Rican flag, probably?
Yeah, that's
Okay.
it right there.
Right.
And they got them in Hawaii now, from what I understand. A lot of invasive species in Hawaii. You know,
That's a
people
long way to
breaking
take a
rules.
little frog. Like, for what purpose?
They actually introduced them there for a reason, and they messed up. So they shouldn't have brought that frog there. It was to take care of another species, but
Right.
it backfired on them.
Oh,
so.
shit. Fucking humans fucking
Yeah,
shit
I
up.
was messing shit up.
Wow. As you can see, I've been taking shit off your Facebook to get some of these pictures. Yeah, that's the only one I got.
Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah, that was pretty cool, man. So I'm gonna have to come out and throw a couple of lines at you.
Oh, yeah,
man. It's
definitely.
been a while.
Definitely. I
have to
I
get
put
a-
people on the fish sometimes. I put my friends' kids. They're like, my son never caught a fish before. I'm like, send them my way. Let's go. And it ends up working out.
Make sure I get a reel that says SW on it.
There you go. Yeah.
That shit don't fall apart.
Every time you use your reel, you've got to rinse it off with fresh water. You've got to rinse it off. You got to take care of your stuff.
I never knew that
Yeah,
shit.
you
Because
got to
up
rinse
north,
it
you
off.
just throw it in there, throw it in the back of the truck. You're good.
Man, I think it eat through it, man. That's
Man.
salt. That's salt to eat through your car, man. I had a car. I think when I first met you, I had a Kia Sorento, and I upgraded. Ladies, I upgraded. Right? I had a Kia Sorento, and the door handles, the plastic door handles, broke off from the salt eating through
Really?
my car. Yeah. So
Wow.
salt is something serious, man.
Yeah, there's a lot of that. I didn't know it was in the air down here as much as it is too. You just set something outside, that shit rusts in days. Something
Yeah.
that you leave outside up north, it'd take, a
yeah.
month,
Yeah,
months
definitely.
and years to rust.
Here,
2-3 days.
gone. Yeah.
You know? Shit's
Here,
wild.
it's gone. If you have anything outside, a matter of fact, if you plan on buying like a condo on the beach, things like that, they don't tell you, but your appliances go faster because the salt's in the air. So salt's getting into your house no matter what.
Wow.
And it affects your appliances and things like that. So then people who own them condos on the beach got to update their stuff a lot.
That
too.
shit's gotta fuck with your lungs and your breathing and everything too, I would think.
Yeah, but it's worth it, man. We live on the beach, baby. Sure, we love it, man. It's awesome.
Sweet. Well, you got anything else you want to plug? I mean, you want to...
Well, just look forward. Matter of fact, as soon as I put anything else out, hopefully we can come on the show again. I'll send you guys all my links and everything. Like I said, I don't want to put out anything half-assed.
Right.
I was really excited about coming in and doing this. It's actually a great motivator because we're actually out there filming now. So
Nice.
It puts a little fire under my ass to get this done.
Well, shit, dude, you're more than welcome anytime you want, and hopefully when you come back, we'll have better stories. Well, not better, but more stories about the anglers.
So before I got to do this. Hi, I'm avid sports fisherman Charlie Hill. Welcome to the show. Hey.
There you
Look
go.
at that, eh? I've been practicing. Oh, my
So,
goodness.
you can catch them at Shuckers. Best fucking hospitality.
Yeah, if you're in the Treasure Coast, come through. Check me out at Shuckers. Ask for Hawaiian Charlie.
Hawaiian Charlie.
And it's fun. It's an experience, man. I also do comedy, and there's gonna be comedy on the show. We're gonna have lessons for the kids and stuff like that. So it's gonna be a fun show.
Beautiful.
We have also comedy skits. We're gonna have some characters on there. So
Okay.
I do a lot of comedy and I
Nice.
do acting and I do sing. So we're also gonna be having local bands on there as well.
Oh,
And
nice.
links to their music and stuff like that.
Dude, yeah. Fucking a whole world going on.
Oh yeah.
Sweet.
About to get rich, baby.
Yeah.
Follow your dreams, man.
Sweet. Well, I appreciate it, sir.
Hey, it's been fun, man.
Yeah, dude. I
Thank you.
appreciate it.
Thank you.
You guys, hit him up.
All right.
We'll see you.
Bridge King.
Rich King English, the man right here.
Oh,
So I think we got a big shout out to Mr. Charlie Hill. Thanks for coming on the show. It was a blast talking to him. Can't wait to see Bridge King Anglers. As soon as that comes out, we'll have the descriptions, have him back on the show. Go check him out at Shuckers. It's a great place to eat, great hospitality, good food, right on the ocean, beautiful view. Also, all your fishing, bait, and tackle needs, go ahead and check out the Snook Nook. It's down in Jensen Beach, Florida. All descriptions will be below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that notification button. See you next time. Don't forget to love each other.